Alrighty, welcome back to iTel Technology, guys. Now, in this part 3, of our GIF creation in Photoshop. Actually, I said that it was the last part was part 2 of 2, but hey, if you're to really technically look at it, we've created the GIF file already. What I'll be doing now is that I'm only going to create a stand for it, just for presentation wise or presentation purposes. After all, we're using Photoshop here, right? So we're going to use the marquee tool, which we learned about previously, right? So we're going to select on our rectangular marquee tool, but before we can do that, to not affect any of the frames, what we're going to do is that we're going to create a new layer, right? Now this new layer will appear as layer 3, and what it will do is that it will actually appear on all frames, right? Which is what we actually want. We don't want the stand to disappear or to reappear. The stand should be constant and the movement should be repetitive, right? So it's ever moving, but the stand is a constant object in the equation. Alright, now we're going to find the center of the circle, and I think this is the center of the circle. We're going to draw a upward vertical stand with our rectangular marquee tool. We're going to leave it like that, and we're going to choose a color that is closest to the color brown. Now this is the color that will actually be placed into the selection shape or into the rectangular marquee tool, right? So this looks just about like brown, right? That should work, right? And Control plus backspace, and then Control plus D, right? So it's Alt plus backspace to fill the shape with a color, and it's Control plus D to remove the selection around it, right? My bad if I had said otherwise. Now what we're going to do as well on the same layer, because layer 3 represents the stand, so let's name it stand. We are going to use another marquee tool, but this time it will be a elliptical marquee tool. What we could have done is that we could have used the rectangular marquee tool, but I just want to use the elliptical one. And what we're creating is actually the base of the stand, right? So we want the stand to span right about this width, this wide, right? We don't want the windmill to tip over, right? And we'll fill it with Alt and backspace. This looks a bit off, just a bit off, so let's take it a bit further and bring it down. This looks just about it. Fill it with the shape, Control plus D, right? And there you have it, right? Now what we'll be doing as well is that we'll create a epicenter right here, and for the epicenter what we'll do is that we will be filling it with the color, let's try brown. Nah, let's try black to be realistic. Alright, and it's starting to look like a fun. Right? So remember I stretched the bottom half of the shape of the canvas so that it wouldn't show because I didn't want it to show. Right? And I've placed the stand layer above layer 2 strategically so that I could see where I'm creating this little center circle right here. Now watch what I'm going to do now. What I will be doing is that I'm going to place this epicenter, this little center piece right here, this circle, not on the same layer as the stand layer, but on a different layer that we will call center. Right? Now, as you can see, the stand is actually at the back, so you could look at it as a fan, really. Right? So you could look at it as a fan, and if you would like, we could add some addition just to be realistic. Right? So what we could do is that we could have that like that, and duplicate that exact layer, move it down, right? Alright, now remember guys, initially we said that art can sometimes be unpredictable back in our previous tutorial, right? We're gonna just group all of this right here just for some semblance and organization. Control or Command key plus G, and we're going to name this grill because it represents the grilling of the fan, or we could say grill of a fan. Right, so it turns out I thought I was creating a windmill or a ball that spins, and it turns out to be a fan. So as you progress, as you create, you get new ideas, and it's, I would say, flow with those ideas. As I've said earlier, flow with the idea, go along with it, and see where it takes you. Right? So if we were to turn on our fan, it should just work. Right? So as you can see, we have a problem. So the stand is working properly, but the stand is not constant. The stand is constant, but the grill is not constant, but the stand is constant. So the grill is not doing what it should be doing, right? So what we can do about that is that we could move the grill to the top, and it should just work. Right? So let's turn on the fan again. Wow. So if you were to really look at it or really look into it, this is the stand of the fan. The purple outer piece, triangles, represents the blade, so to speak, and the blue piece or the blue circle also represents the blade. But the blade is spinning so fast that it looks like one circle, right? But it's actually spinning, and there you go. This is a GIF, or as we call it, a GIF file with constant movement on it. Thank you for making it iTel Technologies, guys. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and comment down below. Let me know what you'd like for us to create together. See you soon.